Hey, hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm also fine. By the way, what were you reading? Is there something serious?
Yes, you know what? I was going through a few articles related to pollution, and you'll be amazed to know that the amount of pollution has increased in our country in a very substantial rate in the recent years.
And even one of my friends got admitted to the hospital due to the deadly diseases caused by the pollution.
Okay, is that so? You know what? The situation is very dangerous in New Delhi. And you know what? That is our capital. If that is so polluted, you can think about the other cities in our country.
Yes, and I also think that certain steps should be taken so that the pollution is reduced.
Of course, it's the high time that we all should be concerned about this deadly situation.
You know what? Not only air, but water has also been polluted.
Yes, I was going through a few articles related to pollution in the internet, and I was shocked to know that the river Ganga, which is the holiest river of our country, is dying because of this water pollution.
I guess water pollution is one of the major reasons why waterborne diseases are taking place.
Yes, and that is because when we say that the water is polluted, it means the water is contaminated, and every contaminated water body contains microorganisms, which is the real reason behind this waterborne diseases.
Yes, exactly. Even one of my friends is admitted to the hospital due to this waterborne diseases like jaundice.
Yes, and that's a huge concern right now.
Yes, and don't you think major action should be taken place so that the pollution is reduced?
Of course, you were talking about water pollution. Do you wonder that there is one more pollution called air pollution, and air pollution is also the reason of many deadly diseases like asthma, bronchitis, etc.?
Yes, lots of harmful effects also come along with air and water pollution.
Yes, because this air and water pollution contaminate the air and water, and it is very dangerous for our environment. It affects both the living beings and the non-living beings.
And you know what? We should gather information so that the pollution can be lessened.
Yes, that is exactly what we are gonna do ahead, and we can spread awareness. And now we are going to talk about this pollution in details.
Yes, you go ahead. I'll have a coffee and come back. Bye.
Yes. Hey Champ, you just saw that I was having a conversation with my sister about this pollution. Yes, pollution is a huge concern, and in this video we are going to talk about the harmful effect and the causes of pollution in details. And guys, going forward we will be discussing about air pollution, water pollution, its harmful effect, the reason of pollution, and also we will be discussing about certain measures which can be taken to reduce the effect of pollution. So Champ, can you tell me that what exactly pollution is? How can you define pollution? Well, pollution can be defined as the presence of unusually high concentration of harmful chemical substances that affects our environment, that is air and water. Yes, that is called as pollution. Pollution contaminates the air and water, and it makes it unsuitable or impure that it cannot be used by the plants and animal or any other living beings. Not only living beings, even pollution affects the non-living beings as well. And do you know, the substances that contaminate the air and water are called pollutant. So we can define pollutant are the reason or the causes behind pollution, and they are those substances which contaminate the air and the water. You know guys that our environment has changed so much. Your grandparents must have told you about clean air, blue sky, and also clean environment. But now everything is so polluted. And there are many media reports that the quality of the air and water is degrading. And yes, it is happening because of the increasing level of pollution in the air and water. And yes, as I told you earlier, it's a huge matter of concern and the situation is really alarming. But we also know that air and water are the most important natural resource, and we cannot live without air and water. But now we know that it is degrading and it is really polluted for us. And guys, two things is really essential for the existence of living being on this earth, that is clean water and clean air. You know what? If we don't act today against this pollution, then there will come a time when there will be no clean water or air available. And yes, that will be a challenge for the environment and for the existence of the living being in this planet. So it is the high time that we should cut down on pollutants, isn't it? Let me tell you some interesting fact about air. We already know that air is a mixture of many gases present around us. But do you know that air around us constitutes of two main gases, that is nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen is 78% and oxygen is 21%. And another 1% of air contains water vapor, carbon dioxide, argon, etc. So we can say that air is mainly composed of many gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen and water vapor, argon, etc. But the polluted air is composed of carbon monoxide, excess amount of carbon dioxide, which is really dangerous. As I said earlier, air is a mixture of many gases. But when it comes to polluted air, it contains many other gases such as nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, which is really dangerous for the environment. But when air around us is polluted, we are forced to take it or breathe in. And yes, it leads to many respiratory disorders that is very deadly. Now talking about water, yes, water is one of the most important natural resource that is getting polluted. And you know what? Only 1% of the water available on the planet Earth is fresh water. That is the water available on lake, river, pond and underground water. But you know that this water is getting contaminated or it is getting polluted, and that is the main reason for the waterborne diseases. So in this entire video session, we'll be talking about air pollution, water pollution in details. We'll be also talking about the sources and all the pollutant that leads to pollution. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. I'll be back with a new topic. Till then, keep learning and stay tuned. River Ganga, which is the holiest river of our country, is dying because of this water pollution. Contaminated water body contains microorganisms, which is the real reason behind this waterborne diseases. You wonder that there is one more pollution called air pollution, and air pollution is also the reason of many deadly diseases like asthma, bronchitis, etc. Pollution can be defined as the presence of unusually high concentration of harmful chemical substances that affects our environment, that is air and water. The substances that contaminate the air and water are called pollutants. Two things is really essential for the existence of living being on this earth, that is clean water and clean air. Air around us constitutes of two main gases, that is nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen is 78% and oxygen is 21%. And another 1% of air contains water vapor, carbon dioxide, argon, etc. Air is mainly composed of many gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen and water vapor, argon, etc. Water is one of the most important natural resource that is getting polluted. Only 1% of the water available on the planet Earth is fresh water.